Despite being brought up at historic Three Chimneys Farm in the bluegrass Kentucky region of America, Case Clay has forged his own way as a bloodstock consultant around the world. Now the US rep for Arrowfield stud, he has some interesting observations on the breeding industry. Case, welcome back to Australia. It's fabulous to see you here for the Inglis Easter Yearling sale, and you come from such a wonderful family history within thoroughbred breeding in America. Your father Robert, Three Chimneys Farm. Tell us a bit about what it was like growing up around, just some of the most magnificent thoroughbreds in the world.
Well, thank you for having me. Yeah, I feel very lucky having grown up in the business at Three Chimneys. My parents started it when I was 1 year old, so grew up on the farm. And he was in the fertilizer business and the horse business, and then got full-time into the horse business, which I told him when I was in the 4th grade, I think this is a bad idea. You have a family to support. But anyway, it worked out well. And what really put Three Chimneys on the map was essentially a stroke of luck. Slew of Gold was the first stallion there in 1984. And then Seattle Slew was a Triple Crown winner in '77. Was at a different farm that went bankrupt, and so the horse moved over to Three Chimneys, which was a great stroke of luck for Three Chimneys. It was fun. It was a lot of fun to grow up around Seattle Slew and Rahi and Dynaformer and some great stallions. So yeah, I feel very lucky.
Yeah, and it's just a showpiece property, isn't it? I mean, these American stud farms are just out of this world, aren't they? I mean, the amount of attention to detail, not only sort of within the horse area, but, the fencing and the whole thing, they're magnificent.
They are. It's a lot of maintenance. Yes. It's a lot of maintenance, a lot of mowing grass and the fences. We feel kind of like it's a national park in central Kentucky, and we're quite proud of it. Always trying to stop the developers from trying to push into the farmland, because it makes Kentucky unique within the United States.
You did some work sort of within the farm, but you've gone off and done your own thing as well as a bloodstock agent.
Yes, I have. So my family sold the farm Three Chimneys in 2014, and the new owners, Brazilian owners, were very kind to me, and they allowed me to have some outside clients in addition to what I did for Three Chimneys. I worked for the Massaras in 2003. So in 2015, became an American representative for Arrowfield Stud. John and Chris are amazing people to work for, and they treat so many people like family. And now I've gone out on my own. I worked for Three Chimneys for 8 years after it was sold, and kind of built that client base, and now I'm going out on my own. So we're selling a couple of yearlings here at the Easter sale. I'm very excited about the clients and the future.
Of course, Arrowfield has the reputation with the stallions that have been built up for generations. You go back through Danehill, and then obviously Redute's Choice is a multiple champion sire, Snitzel now as well, and the Autumn Sun coming through. What do you see, from afar, looking at those stallions? Because they really have been the best bloodline in Australia for generations now.
They really have. When I was working for Arrowfield in 2003, that was the year of Redute's first crop. So I remember going to Wyong and seeing Not a Single Doubt win the stakes race. And so really have a great affinity for that line and Redute's and a love for him. We're selling one of the partnerships I'm involved with is selling a colt out of Maracaibo, who's out of a Redute's Choice mare, which is a lot of fun for me. But yeah, if you can get as close as you can to that blood, try as hard as you can to get it. And the other colt we're selling is out of Kavicki. So they're 2 Done Deal colts we're selling. I'm really excited about Done Deal. I think the best is yet to come with Done Deal, and very excited about that. And now the Autumn Sun. The Autumn Sun also, he has very few starters, and he's got a Group 3 winner and off to a very good start. Just excited to be associated with that Redute's bloodline.
Yeah, well, you're dealing with, the best in the biz, really, as far as, Australia is concerned, when you're talking about John and Chris Massara and Arrowfield Stud. But they have such a wonderful personal level in all their dealings with people, don't they? I mean, they really treat everybody like family.
Absolutely. I mean, it's such a great quality, and I feel lucky to be associated with them, for sure.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the work you're doing as the US rep for Arrowfield. We're seeing so many more, people really cottoning on to the fast American mares matched up with the best Australian stallions. But, you've been working within that for a long time now.
Yes. It's been a lot of fun. So essentially buying mares in Kentucky and sending them down to Australia, and I've got some partnerships that do that. And in those partnerships, there are 23 people that have never owned a horse before. So I'm excited about that, bringing them down to Australia. And I mean, there's nothing like the racing here. With the prize money here, and I believe there's 84 races worth $1 million or more compared to 50 something in the United States. And with the prize money being so exciting and high, I really want to bring them down here, the partners, go racing, come to the sales. We're selling a couple here, and really have fun with it. The good news is we've got HISA now, the Horse Racing Integrity Safety Alliance. That is uniform drug rules that matches the international federation. So we finally just gotten that passed now. We think that will positively change the perception of American racing. So we have one jurisdiction now instead of 38 different ones. So that's a positive. Another statistic I love down here is 1 in 400 something people own a piece of a horse in Australia, and I think it's 1 in 10,000 in the United States.
And Gunrunner, a superb performance in the Classic.
And tell us about Gunrunner, of course, the 2017 Horse of the Year. He's covering theirs to Southern Hemisphere time. So how does that work, and how do you sort of engage interest from within Australian breeders?
He's off to an incredible start. He had 6 Group 1 winners in his first crop. You know, Frankel did amazingly well up in the Northern Hemisphere, and he's done really, really well down here. So that's an effort, and hopefully we can get that done. I left Three Chimneys in December, but they're a client, so helping them, trying to get more mares and foal to Gunrunner to come down to Australia. It's such an international business, you know, with the Japanese doing so well in the Middle East, and it's really a fun time. And also we've had American horses, Conte Portiro, come down here, and Lighthouse, and so it's a really sporting exercise, really, of, hey, our horses are really good up here. Let's go try Australia with the best sprinters in the world and see how we fare. And if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I love that sporting part of it. The timing of the championships with this sale is some of the best racing in the world, and you're here at the sales as well.